Hello, and welcome. Welcome to this little space that I want to create, a corner of the internet, if you will. It is a little space that I want to create where we can gather and take some time out to ritual together. I have been so passionate about full moon and new moon rituals for many, many years in my life. I started practicing full moon and new moon rituals in oh gosh, when did I start? It's hard to say, to be honest, because I started practicing full moon rituals as a child. I had very witchy interests when I was about 10 years old. And then I started kind of more formally practicing full moon and new moon rituals. When I discovered Spirit Daughter, I started practicing full moon and new moon rituals. So that was back in about 2017, I think. And I feel like there are a lot of us out there who have an interest in at least the concept of full moon and new moon rituals. So I thought that I would find some space and find a way to share with you the way that I personally like to practice them, because I have my own kind of take on a full moon and a new moon ritual. I am not an astrologer, so you astrologers out there, I am so grateful for everything that you guys create, everything that you offer, because I take everything that I can from you, but I am not an astrologer, so don't come at me. I do this a little bit according to the astrology and the mood of the season, but I also do it according to the energetics that I feel, the energetics that I sense around the time, around the season, around the new moon, around the full moon. And then I also have my own way of applying my own principles, my own practices. So to share a little bit with you about my, let's call it my foundational principles with regards to how to perform a full moon and a new moon ritual. We are here today for the Scorpio New Moon Ritual, right? So Scorpio New Moon Ritual, it's a perfect one to start off on, first of all, because for me, I am Scorpio Sun. Little background on me, Scorpio Sun, Libra Rising, Libra Moon. We're in this space together. I'm also a projector in human design, 3-5 profile, splenic authority. So just to give you my full profile, and I think that says a lot about me, especially if that's a world that you're interested in and you understand. And the fact that I'm starting this whole process on a Scorpio new moon feels very momentous to me, very significant. As a Scorpio sun, I am fully within my house, within my space, within my sphere, in my own astrological sign. And also the fact that I'm starting it on a new moon feels very auspicious to me. So the new moon is, to me, and I think to a lot of people out there, the new moon is my personal first of the month, right? So when you think about the moon, when it's new, the moon is completely dark. So if you look to the sky, you've just kind of got like a dark circle, right? Well, you don't really see anything. There's no moon. But if you were to visualize it, you've got a dark circle. That is your blank page. That is your day one, your nothing, your new start. And then the crescent comes in and it fills up until you hit your full moon mid-cycle. And then it goes away again until you hit a new moon. So to me, the new moon is my first of the month. That is my time to set new intentions. It is the time to take stock, realign, assess where we've come from, and assess where we're going. It is my first of the month. It is my New Year's, but obviously it's not New Year's because it's November. So it is well, actually for me, it is my personal New Year's because it was also my birthday last week. So for me, it is actually my New Year's. But I feel like aligning your intention setting with the moon, it feels more significant than aligning it with the first of the month, because the first of the month's got too much of that like Monday energy to me. And like, the diet starts on Monday. I have to start doing something on the first of the month. Like that just feels forced. Like that feels like according to some societal rule. Whereas the moon feels like if we set our intentions according to the full or the new moon, or if we set our intentions according to the new moon, that feels like we're aligning with the flow of time and with the flow of the universe and with the flow of water And that just feels more natural to me. It feels like more magical. And I just really like aligning my goals with a sense of magic. So, to do some basic understanding of our two rituals that we have the new moon, setting intentions. And then we have the full moon. The full moon, when the light is full, that is our time for releasing limiting beliefs. That is our time for shadow work. That is our time for looking in, finding those limiting beliefs, removing them, getting anything out of the way, so that when we come to the next new moon and we want to set some more intentions, we're able to do so without anything holding us back. And if we use these two in practice together, every new moon, basically, this is all a manifesting process. Every new moon, we're setting ourselves up with beautiful and exciting goals. And then in between the new moon and the full moon, we're taking actionable steps. And then possibly by the time we hit the full moon, we've hit upon some limiting beliefs. We've hit upon our own little personal roadblocks. So then we take advantage of the full moon time to unblock that. That way, then from the full moon to the next new moon, I love this little visual that I've created for myself here. From the full moon to the next new moon, we've unblocked some limiting beliefs, and that way we're able to achieve even more, to finish our intentions and to achieve our goals that we set for ourselves at the first new moon until the next one. And then we can assess. Again, we can look back. We can see, okay, what did we set for ourselves last new moon? What are we setting for ourselves this new moon? What worked? It's just a lovely way to take stock. And I feel like we do this a lot in our work lives. We do this a lot in our professional existence, where we have quarterly goals, we have annual goals, we have performance reviews, and we don't do it so much in our personal lives. I think it's happening more and more, but I feel like this is a wonderful way to sort of align that kind of corporate strategy with a spiritual practice. And if you don't know me, my name is Imogen. I am actually a qualified chartered accountant. I work in finance within private equity, and I also work as a life coach and a mentor. I've been doing this for years and years and years. It kind of started as a practice where a lot of my younger sisters' friends were coming to me with career advice, and then it kind of morphed into personal advice. And I realized that this was a space that I had a lot to say on the topic, and it was also a space that I really wanted to help. So I have been through a lot in my own kind of existence in the corporate world as well as in my personal life, and I have developed a lot of spiritual practices to support me throughout all these journeys. And now I'm in a phase of my life where I just want to share as many of my spiritual practices as possible. And a big one that I want to share is my new moon and my full moon rituals, because I think that they're really fun and I think that a lot of people can benefit from them. So what I thought would be fun here is if we together can take the time to create a little ritual, so that if you do not find it easy in your day or in your life to kind of design rituals for yourself, instead of conceptualizing how to design the ritual, you can just hop into this little space with me and we can talk about it together. So, okay, let's get started. First of all, what do we need to create a new moon ritual? I think that things should be very, very basic, right? Personally, what I like to have with me for a ritual is I like to have a journal. I like to have a pen or a pencil. I like to have some kind of a drink, and it depends on what I'm feeling. But either the drink should be something hot, it should be a tea or a coffee. Honestly, no judgment here if your drink is a coffee. I know that maybe it's not spiritual, but actually I think it is. And I think if you love coffee, then bring the coffee. Or if you want to make it a cocktail, more power to you. Let's bring in a cocktail. For me today, I am deeply dehydrated. So for me today, my beverage that I'm bringing along is water. Maybe there's something that I need to cleanse through my system. I also had a very big weekend this last weekend. So water it is for me. So notebook, journal, pen and pencil, beverage. And then if you want, of course, you can bring in crystals. And I'm going to bring in some crystals for you. So if you don't have any crystals, that's fine. I'm going to bring them, and then the energy can just come through YouTube to you. So for our new moon in Scorpio, I decided to bring in 3 crystals. We have our smoky quartz. This is to rid all the bad vibes. We have our clear quartz. This is to enhance our manifesting powers. Whoop. And we have our amethyst to enhance peace and alignment. And there you go. I just created an altar very, very quickly. Then what can be nice is, burning some sage or some Palo Santo to cleanse the space. However, I do not do that anymore because every time I do that, my husband thinks that I am burning the house down because it smells like smoke for so long. So from now on, I am cleansing the space with sound cleansing. So I've got these little Tibetan symbols, and they emit a frequency that will cleanse the space around us. And I think the beauty of cleansing with this is that I can share the cleansing with you. So we're going to cleanse the space, set the stage, allow in, already pre-cleansing. Apparently they wanted to cleanse. Do a little pre-cleanse. Okay. Activating some clear Reiki energy. And one thing that I've thought would be quite fun for today is to do a little card pull for the sake of Scorpio energy. Get a little bit of magic and alchemy in. What do you think? Are we feeling that? I'm feeling that. Okay. So as I'm shuffling my tarot cards, I wanted to share with you what the Scorpio new moon is all about, right? So the Scorpio new moon, which happened, I think it actually happened yesterday, but the beauty, one of my personal secrets when it comes to new moon and full moon rituals is the fact that you don't actually have to do the ritual on the new moon or on the full moon. That's a common misconception because life gets in the way. The energy of the new moon and the full moon carries for 3 days before and 3 days after. So as long as you're doing the ritual basically within the week of the new moon and the full moon, you've got it. You've got the energies. I believe the new moon actually happened on Monday or Sunday. Unclear to me. I know that I missed it, but we're still within 3 days, so here we are together. Okay, so Scorpio. Scorpio is a fixed water sign. It's a fairly stubborn sign. Yes, I am a fairly stubborn individual. It's also known for its mysteries, right? It's an oceanic sign, and there are a lot of depths to Scorpio. If you know a Scorpio friend, you know that that is your friend that you can tell secrets to. So when we think of Scorpio, some of us are kind of fearful of the Scorpio sign, but if you know any Scorpios and you know them truly well, you know that Scorpios are loyal, you know that they keep your secrets, you know that they don't judge, and you know that when you get past the exterior of Scorpio, there is a very genuine person on the other side. So Scorpio is known for its intensity, it's known for its artistic talents, magnetism, and Scorpio has an undercurrent. It's an energy that reads between the lines and looks for deeper meaning. So that is something that we can bring into our thoughts and considerations when we're thinking about the Scorpio new moon. We are refreshing our perspective, clearing space for the next 4 weeks, and we are going to channel that alchemy, that Scorpio transformative energy, because Scorpio is all about death and rebirth. That's a huge theme when it comes to Scorpio. Death and rebirth. Every Scorpio sister out there, I'm pretty sure you experience that around your birthday every year. Like an old version of you dies and a new version of you must be born. And similarly, anyone else who might be sensitive to the energy may have been feeling something similar. They may have been feeling kind of a death of an old identity. And that's kind of one of the most painful things about manifesting new goals that I think no one really talks about, is the fact that in order to achieve a new up level, in order to achieve new goals, we have to experience a death of an old version of ourselves. And I think, that's quite painful. And it's very exciting to have new goals. Of course, I'm here for achieving new goals. It's very exciting to up level, but it's also very painful to let go of the old versions of ourselves. So in this new moon, we're going to be harnessing that transformative energy and that alchemy, this new phase of life. We're going to forgive old versions of ourselves. We're going to release old wounds, cut ties to that, and move on to the next version of ourselves. This Scorpio new moon in particular has a lot of financial themes. So I want you to think about your finances and how they have been, or finances and resources in general. So not just monetary resources, but also physical resources, how those have been showing up in your life recently, and how you would like to change your relationship to your finances, as well as your relationship with your finances. And what I mean by that is your attitude, as well as how you manage it. And consider what you have been doing for the past cycle, i.e., I think kind of year we should think about, and then what you hope to do in the coming 4 weeks. So shout out to, if you want to look more into practices and principles and information on the new moon, I'm going to share the different sources that I love to get my information from. So I already mentioned I love Spirit Daughter. I also really love the Cosmic Latte. Both of these have wonderful Instagram profiles, and that's where I get a lot of my information from. I also love Natalia Benson. And those are the main ones that I have sourced for this particular new moon. So if I look at Natalia Benson, she came out with a post recently about the Scorpio new moon. So it is a time to hit the reset button, start fresh with regards to the following themes: transformation and change, emotional depth, shared resources, financial planning and strategy, empowerment and self-worth, healing and releasing debt, intimacy and truth, personal empowerment. Okay, so when it comes to those topics, I think when you hear that list, what you should do is pick out 3 that are like the most activating. And in fact, if you're going to be really clear, I would pick out 1, okay? So between transformation and change, emotional depth, shared resources, financial planning and strength, empowerment and self-worth, healing and releasing debt, intimacy and truth, and personal empowerment, pick out whichever topic feels the most activating to you right now, because that is the one that needs to be addressed. So for me, right now, it is financial planning and strategy. I have recently been going through huge changes when it comes to my personal finances. And this is the one: financial planning and strategy, as well as for me, healing and releasing debt. Those are big ones for me right at this time. So I want you to think about whichever one feels the most poignant, the most significant to this particular time, and pull out your journal. And I'm going to give you some journal prompts. And then after I've given you the journal prompts, you can pause the video and maybe take some time to do your journaling. Okay. So the journal prompts that I want to give you is: how have I been behaving with regards to this theme for the past 4 weeks to a year? That is number 1. Second journal prompt: how would I like to behave? What are my goals? What are my big goals in relation to financial planning, self-empowerment, and trust? And then 3, what are my intentions for the coming 4 weeks in relation to this topic? And what actionable steps would I like to take? So pause this video and take some time to journal that out. It's really good to do journaling before you start a meditation, because that kind of gets your subconscious mind and your conscious mind whirring. So you've already started problem solving before we go into the meditation. Before we head into the meditation, I thought it might be fun to do a tarot card pull. So I pulled 3. The intention of this tarot card pull is that we're going to do a single tarot card pull per person. So with these 3 cards, have a look at them, and I want you to see which card you feel most pulled to. 1, 2, or 3. Okay, decide which one feels like the right card for you, and I'm going to reveal them. 1 is Justice. 2 is the 9 of Swords. 3 is 8 of Pentacles. And that is a message for you to meditate on during the upcoming 4 weeks. Actually, I've thought about it and I've decided that what I'm going to do with relation to these tarot card pulls is I'm going to do a shameless plug that's going to take you over to my Instagram. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a post on these 3 Instagram cards. I apologize for my children in the background if you can hear them. It's a bit chaotic. So yes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the 3 card pull on my Instagram. My Instagram is at Imogen Artin. I used to be at Healthy Hustle by Jen, but now I'm at Imogen Artin. Over on Instagram, Imogen Artin Mentorship. And I'm going to put the card pull here, and I'm going to put the a picture of the explanation. The tarot deck that I have is the Divine Feminine tarot deck by the name of the company. I'm not really sure how to pronounce it. Kokorina. This tarot deck is incredibly beautiful. I mean, look at this, like the gold, the magic, the darkness, the feminineness. Anyway, I just got it and I cannot sing its praises enough. So as a reminder, these were the 3 cards that I pulled, and pop over to my Instagram and you can see, which ones you chose for yourself. Okay, and now the time has come to start the meditation. So the meditation that I like to use for a new moon ritual is my meditation version of vision boarding. Essentially, what I love about this meditation is it is an internal process to vision board your future. And if you practice this regularly, I feel like it is even more powerful than vision boarding. I think it is a more powerful tool than vision boarding because you're doing it together with your subconscious. And by doing it on a regular basis, you are helping to program your subconscious to see, to believe that the future that you want is possible because you're actually aligning yourself with your highest self. You're aligning yourself with your future. You're seeing it, you are creating it, and so you can manifest it. So the meditation that we're going to do is something that I like to call a highest self meditation. We're going to get into a comfortable position. You can do this meditation either sitting, laying down, or my personal favorite is doing it while walking. I actually personally love doing active meditations. So if you want, you can have YouTube on your phone and you can do this while you're going for a nature walk. It needs to be a walk for walking's sake and not a walk for commuting purposes, because when you're commuting, you're concentrating a little bit on what's going on around you and you're not able to fully drop in and get in touch with your subconscious and into a meditative state. But if you're going on a nature walk and just a walk for walking's sake, then you are in a meditative state and you're able to access those brain waves that you need to access in order to meditate and in order to manifest. Okay, so choose whatever mode that you are going to choose. And we are going to start on our Scorpio New Moon Highest Self Manifesting Meditation. That was a mouthful, but that is all the things that this meditation is. Allow yourself to get comfortable in whatever form or position you've chosen, either walking or laying down, and slowly bring your attention to your breath. Get mindful of your breathing, slowing it down breath by breath. Breathe in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the bottom. And in again. Hold. And exhale. Last deep breath in. Hold. And release. Imagine a bright white light forming over your head and pouring white gold warm light. And as it pours it from the top of your crown, you open and unblock your crown chakra, your third eye, over your throat. Your heart chakra opens. Your solar plexus opens. Your sacral chakra opens. And your root chakra opens. And now visualize this white light pouring in through your crown, trickling all the way through your body, through your center, down through your root, into the earth's core, and circling up into the universe and pouring in through your crown again and down. In this circle of never-ending energy. Now, as you come into an even more relaxed meditative state, consider any tensions that you may be holding in the body. Take note of them, gather them, and allow those little tensions to form into bubbles as they filter and relax down your body and draw all the way down into your toes and are released into the earth's core. Let go of any tension that is no longer serving you. Take note of any energy that is not yours. And as you relax into yourself, release any impressions, any opinions that are not yours. Now imagine that you are walking towards an airplane. Board this flight, find your seat, and allow this airplane to take off and fly you away from your city or town into your favorite spot on nature. This plane lands directly on your favorite spot in nature, and as you exit the plane, walking down the staircase, feel that excitement that you feel to connect with this beautiful space in nature. Walking down 10 stairs, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Feel the feeling of the earth on your feet and take note of the temperature of the air. Just allow yourself to ground and get really in touch with this beautiful space in nature. Now look around and see a house at the end of a path. This is your dream house. your future masterful abode, be it a house or an apartment, a mansion or a cottage. Walk towards this place, and as you get to the front door, knock 3 times on the door, where you will be greeted by your future highest self. Allow this door to open and look deeply into the eyes of your highest self. This future, most ideal, most successful version of you. Take note of how you look. What does your face look like? What is the expression on your face? How are you dressed? How are you standing? How do you compose yourself? Allow your highest and future most successful version of you to take your hand and to take you into their house. Allow them to show you around. What does the house look like? Who lives there with you? What is the successful and most highest self version of you doing for the rest of the day? What is their plan? What does their most ideal day look like? What is the location of this home? Is it in the city that you're currently living in, or is it somewhere else? Allow your highest self and most successful version of you to take you to the room in which they are most comfortable and happiest in, and sit down together on a couch for a little heart-to-heart. Now, take the time to discuss any hardships that you have been facing recently. Where is it that you have felt stuck recently? Where is it that you have felt intense emotions or the need for transformation? Talk to your highest self about any challenges that you have faced recently. On the topics of transformation and change, emotional depth, resources, either financial or energetic, financial planning, empowerment and self-worth, healing and releasing debt, intimacy and truth, and personal empowerment. Ask your highest self for what message you need to receive today. What is the advice that they can give you from your future that will benefit you? What is the medicine that you need to hear today? Ask your highest self for 3 simple, actionable steps that you can take to transform or heal in this regard over the next 4 weeks. They know the truth. If they seem hesitant, give them some space. They know what they want to share with you. Possibly they're not sure how you're going to receive it, but they know what's true. and so do you. Listen to this messaging, and when you're ready, clasp hands with your highest self. Possibly pull them in for an embrace. Thank you, and thank them for their wisdom and their knowledge. Look deep into your highest, most successful self's eyes and hear this message from them. I am you, and you are me. We are one. Success is inevitable. We have all that we need. We can do hard things. Now embrace your highest self and allow that version of you to meld itself and dissolve into you and into your chest cavity. Take this version of you in completely, knowing that this version of you resides within you. And turn around and slowly exit this dream home of yours, walking along this spot in nature towards your airplane. And when you're ready, you can board the flight and slowly start to wiggle your fingers and come back to the present moment. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. How do we feel? I don't know about you. I feel good. So I really hope that you enjoyed that meditation. One of the things that I love to do when it comes to these higher self meditations is I like to do a small little practice where I remind myself daily, at least for 3 days after a meditation like this, because the energy is really hot. Remind yourself daily that that future most successful version of you is you. You have everything that you need to become that person. You have everything that you are already set up for success. You have all the gifts. You have all the possibilities because you are her. You are them. I don't want to exclude any men, so you are them. So I want you, when you're brushing your teeth in the morning, as you brush your teeth, look into your eyes in the mirror. And as you're looking deep into your eyes, I want you in that morning energy. In your morning energy, your subconscious is very susceptible to impressions. So it's a really good time for you to connect with your highest self and allow yourself to believe in the possibilities for yourself for that day. And to tell yourself that today is going to be a good day. So as you're brushing your teeth in the morning, I want you to connect with your eyes in the mirror. And I want you to, as you look in your eyes, I want you to allow your face to slowly transform into this highest version of you, into this most successful version of you, and connect with what your highest self, what your most successful self would be doing today to make your dreams a reality. Remind yourself of that. And that's going to allow your subconscious to slowly start working on the master plan and allow you to connect with those actionable steps. But first, we're going to get your mind aligned with the belief of what is possible for you, and the actionable steps will come. Okay? So if you enjoyed this new moon ritual in Scorpio, please don't forget to like this video. Go on over to my Instagram, read your tarot cards. And if you want to see more videos like this, place a comment in the comments section, subscribe, let me know how this was for you. And if you want to come into this little corner of the internet with me again, and we can do full moon rituals together, new moon rituals together, intention setting practices and shadow rituals and the like. Okay. This is my time to go. So I will see you next time. Mwah. Bye bye.